To Warwick's three boys, I think Marvin said this earlier, your father absolutely adored you. All of us knew it. He was unashamed. In a country where we speak about having present fathers and fathers who are doing their best, your dad loved you a lot, and you guys must never ever forget that.
Penuel. Eloquent speaker. Not seeking self-shine, but truly focusing on paying his tributes. At Blinkim21, Penuel just reminded us how to mourn and pay respects to a family that has lost a loved one. So many people made this so much about them, and how they were more privy to this man that the rest of us face with raised eyebrow. At Musa, Penuel is genuinely a good human being. At Alexei, killed for exposing the corrupt partnership between crime syndicates and the ANC. What a shame, crying face. At Muriel de la Force 8742. It was on your podcast, Penuel, that I first saw and listened to DJ Warras, and I thought, what a man. On hearing of his sad and tragic passing, I was reminded of how much like Charlie Kirk this lovely man Warras was taken away from his family, fellow citizens, and what he stood for. I felt sad and angry at the time of Charlie Kirk, and now again rises those feelings. These young brave men stood up, spoke out wanting to uplift when they saw the decay, demise and collapse caused by everything corrupt happening around them and further afield. Sincere condolences, peace and comfort to all the family and friends. Rest in peace, DJ Warras, crying face. At Mitchell Totten. What a beautiful and eloquent eulogy. At Celices. His poor kid's broken heart pleading face. Yo. At Michael. That was top class. Thank you, Penuel. At Real Jedi. Take it easy, and if it's easy, take it home. At Lindini. He was a special breed. At Cat Lego. Penuel knew Warras, guys. He represented him, celebrated him, respected him, and remembered him so well with his full chest. Couldn't find the word. It is so beautiful. Shady Lurker would be so damn proud, and I'm sure he smiled. All that in 5-minute speech. Shout out Penuel. At Newsub. Penuel, Sizwe Dlomo, Vusi Thembakweo, and a number of podcasters e.g. Mighty Jamie and Sizwe Mpofu Walsh have made me realize that I need to learn to speak. At Daredevil. Rest easy, Warras. Those of us in the security industry, the armed response, officers, the controllers, the dedicated CPF members, we will continue the fight in the best way we know how. Rest easy, brother. We have the Watch South Africa. We lost a real one, guys. At Namazizi. We are becoming the old El Salvador. Mexico, get rid of this useless, leaderless government. Our country has become very scary. This is disturbing. At Urban Scothany. I have so much internal anger, caused by the silence we have as society when those who stood up for us are eliminated by cartel criminals. SA needs a purge done by the people. All these foreign criminal networks can only be dismantled by the population at large. Some problems can only be solved by a violence only, an eye for an eye. R.I.P. Mr. Stock. One way or the other, you must avenged. At Andrew. He was really astute and advocated a non-racial South Africa. R.I.P. Warras. At Robert Hersov. Beautiful Warras, beautiful pen. R.I.P. At Dude. Trust Penuel to pull up in a basic black top, regardless of the Akashian relieve face. Rest easy, Warras, bro, our shady lurker. At Brad. Penuel, what an amazing obituary. Sad how we always have to remember the ones that passed away doing what is right, crying face. These guys must hang when caught. Simple. At Cicelo. Soldier down but not forgotten. At Mfo. A true patriot, we lost a legend, crying face. At Sheep. RP Warras, your story will continue. At Ntebo. How I always looked forward to Penuel and Warras sit down at the convo. I knew no matter what I'd learn things that shaken the mind and growth for an individual. Now that sit down is gone. At Danny. I have been waiting to hear Pen, and now I'm tearing up, crying face. R.I.P. Warras. Gone, but will not be forgotten. Red heart, folded hands, rose 2 hearts. At Sean. This good South African should still be with us. He was an inspiration for many of us. Our law and order is the problem. May you rest in peace. You will be missed. Damn this corrupt and incompetent greedy politicians. It's time to change this system. One brave man killed because of corruption. This cannot go on. At Cozy, we have a problem called evil. El Salvador leader recognized that they were fighting evil and he trusted God for victory. At Thando, indeed we are losing good people crying face. At Barracuda Vibes, you Penuel made me cry crying face. At Gojo, may justice prevail and may he be the guardian angel to his family. Early rest Warras, the heaven couldn't wait sparkles. At David, R.I.P. Warwick aka Warras, your views will be missed brew. At Sith, Mr. Penuel, what a speech, that's a true friend. At Sanalik Malongo, what a man. Fallen crying face, crying face, crying face. At Healing Sun, beautifully said Mr. Machua. At Kobidwet, thank you Penuel for speaking such kind words on behalf of so many Sans. Clapping hands, you made me proud to be a SAN. At It Is Finished. Well said, Penuel, God will strike back for Warrens. At Obi, you guys are our hope. Broadcasting truth and hope. All holding up higher shining lights to give us hope and direction. Thank you. Take extra care, all of you warriors. One great has fallen, so lift your lights even higher. RIP Warrior Warras. RIP. Danky. At Fumlani. Jithi Anjabhong Emswanini Jithi, may his soul rest in eternal peace. Aim. At Kalanthaba. Enough is enough with all this crime in our country. At Suwalsh. I never ever met Warras, just watched his pods, and I felt absolute shock at his murder. It felt like I had lost a dear friend. I believe a statue of Warras should be created. At It Is Finished. God will strike back for warrants, for all abiding citizens. At Vorsterhank. R.I.P. brother, we'll continue with the hard work blue heart flex biceps. At Raid. Bring in the final boss El Salvador. At Commands. If the ANC is really taking this country serious, now is the time to show to all South Africans, instead of focusing on tenders and all the nonsense that are not taking this country anywhere. May this patriot, DJ Warras, rest in peace. Folded hands, dark skin tone. At Frida. Penuel, thank you for your beautiful, heartfelt send-off for the straight-talking, beautiful Warras. I'm so sad about his mindless death. As a mom of mixed-race children, I fear for the sons and daughters of this country. You spoke about El Salvador and Bukele. If only we could learn from him. My heartfelt condolences to the family of Warras. It's time for change, and quickly. No mother, father, sister, or brother should suffer this wanton slaughter again. We must rise and remove the evil. Rest in peace, Warras. I'm so sorry. At Linda Sabiko. Ihu crying face ANC. At Patricia Mohideen. Gone, broken heart, too soon, broken heart, you are an angel. At Sandile. Bring back death penalty, crying face. At John. Penuel, I only found you in 2025. Thanks for introducing Warras. I watch SA from afar, and I'm astounded at the bravery for those who stand against this unpalatable evil. Forget the politics, everyone is united under this common theme. Down with the evil, corrupt, Marxist, mafia government. Everyone is affected, regardless of your social status. At Paulberg Camp 2181. Thank you, Penuel, for your emotional eulogy for Warras. I subscribed to your podcast because I enjoyed the topics and discussion at your table, the way you both discussed the state of things in SA. Rip Warras stock. You are in a better place now. Miss you like many others and your family. At Shamey. The end part of your eulogy, wow. Calling out the names of all the people who have succumbed to their final destination. These are the true patriots of SA, trying or doing the right things, specifically Bubita Dio Karen, Witness, D, and Warwick Stock, DJ Warras, senseless murdering. It's heartbreaking. I do not want to refer to the government, as many have mentioned there is a huge problem, and as African citizens we have choices to make. No elaboration needed. At Lebod Lamin. Crying face, when I heard about Warras, the first person who got to my mind was Penuel. I was like, yo bro, need to be extra careful, because in this country, you never know what tomorrow holds for you. R.I.P. Warras, crying face. At Stephen Samuels. My homeboy from Kwabanya in Vryheid, we lived in a very poor neighborhood back in the years. At Mlindeli Kuntai, M4Q. Yeah, I'm saddened by DJ's passing guys and Our government must wake up and smell the coffee. Rhea broken heart. At Feichel. Please carry on where he left. He trusts you to do that. At Kimletru. Our hometown Vania, then moved to Lakeside, where magic was made. I remember the fond times with my GG aka Great Granny. Every colored spoke Zulu. It makes sense why he wanted to be remembered as a Zulu. Those were the best years. RIP our Zulu colored. At Sputamin 2. Danky Penzo. At Joyce. This is very sad. Crying face, crying face, crying face. At JJMX70C. DJ somebody was selling Dougs. On the job casualty, leave him out of the conversation. At Lynx Associates. Crying face, loudly crying face, broken heart. At Philly Mofo King, UNL. Sadness. At Godfrey. What a moving, emotional, patriotic, ethical eulogy. Crying face, red heart. At 0SH. I was so shocked to hear about what happened. Condolences to his family and loved ones. I learned so much from Warras. I am so sad, sad, sad. Where is our beloved country going to end up? At Itis Finish. A present father, role model, so sad. At Frank Mokine. Crying face. At Rastabatsi. Rest in peace, brother. Crying face. At Votsek. RIP Warras. Zansi lost a good man. At Verify. Mui. Danky Pen. At Prudence Kabila. Lovely crying face, may his soul rest in peace. Dove. At Onkobo. Crying face, crying face, crying face. At Zelisa. Zansi, we really lost a good one. Crying face, crying face, crying face. R.I.P. Warras. At Charmaine Brogdon 4609. Broken heart, broken heart. At Joel Clark. I have only recently listened to a few podcasts of DJ Warras. He was so needed in South Africa to expose corruption and close the racial divide. A curse on whoever murdered him and who ordered his murder. I feel for his sons. He loved them and they loved him. At Nanla. Crying face, crying face, crying face, crying face, crying face. Aha Penuel. At Rabel. Penuel. At Oz McKeesing. Ish loudly crying face, broken heart, broken heart. At Steph. Great speech pen. I thought Mac G would have been there as well and said something as the two of them were also very close. At Sandile. Loudly crying face, loudly crying face, loudly crying face, loudly crying face. At Dinio. Io crying face, crying face, crying face, crying face. At Bianca. Light. At Michigan. People keep saying ANC this and that, they won't do vocal they in it for themselves. Crying face. At Ursulana. Red heart, red heart, red heart, red heart. At Nla. So sad. At Makaza. Remove ANC Enda from power. At Adams. Not a fan of Penn, but hope he takes a page out of Warras' book. Your speech brought a tear to me. Well done. It could not have been easy for you, even as an actor. At Brighty of Christ. Rest in peace to Foam Foal and all fallen patriots. Folded hands, medium skin tone, Dove White Heart. At Women of Distinction. We are not safe. The ANC must start doing their job and stop act as if everything is okay. At Nlanla. Ingain Kaperl Thussy didn't work with Warasi Waiku program? At Cat Lego. Is that how a man respects folded hands without a jacket? Crying face, crying face, crying face? At Ryan Phipps. FCKAK he murdered that girl and revenge was had we all know it. At Yana C9T. What Pearl said was that necessary. At Famofo King. All this brutality whilst some praise the lazy and incompetent president of the republic. All this time Ramaphosa acts like he is an ordinary person seeking greener pastures instead of a dominant president who can effect immediate change. Dude acts like he needs to consult and get approval if he should act on corruption.